Welcome to the MVP.
Man's View Podcast, baby.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Franz back here again for another week with your boy Cody. What's happening, dog?
Hey, man, sitting on it, man. Sitting on it, trying to stay out the way. Boy, folks acting crazy these days, man.
Nah, I feel you, man. You know what I'm saying? I just got my official championship ring in. I don't know if y'all see it. The Lakers championship. You know what I'm saying? Just got it in. They just sent it to me. So shout out to them. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? I do my part. I just want y'all to do y'all part. So you know what I'm talking about? I appreciate y'all sending this into me. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it feels good to be a champion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It just feels good to be a champion. You know what I'm talking about?
That's a big old ring, though.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, big studs, big diamonds. You know what I'm talking about? All in that thing. You heard? Like, come on, man. All in the bottom. You heard? Come on, man.
You gotta bust down.
Yeah. Oh man, my bad. I ain't lit up like I'm usually lit up. Hold up. Let me light myself up. Let me light myself up. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy. I see it. You see it? Let me go put that back in the case right there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back here another week, man. Back here getting it. Cody, we got a couple things to talk about, man. We're gonna get in. We're gonna stick and move, man. Before I get any further, man, I'm wearing the Chosen Musicians t-shirt today. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out the boy AD. You know what I'm saying? This is his brand, his movement. You know what I'm saying? He has a couple of artists under him. One group that he has is D&Chi, and D from D&Chi unfortunately passed this past week. So I want to give my condolences to D and D's family. You know what I'm saying? I know Adrian's down here right now doing funeral preparations and getting all that stuff together, but I just want to make sure I take the time to make sure I let them know we appreciate what he's doing. Boy was talented. And, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he rested in peace. Hopefully he has a great home going service and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But just wanted to show my respects. You heard? Anything you want to say about about the situation, man, or you want to move on?
Man, I just talked to AD. He called probably about an hour ago, and we chopped it up real quick. Like he said, D was one of the top 5 songwriters that he has known personally. He's like, so I was like, man, that speaks volumes on his talent. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, it's more to come too. There's still music in the chamber. Soon release. I don't think he's actually put out the release date yet, but it's soon.
Trying to break through myself, the doors won't even rattle. Prisoner of my mind begins to babble. And my best mistakes are the worst of my fiascos. I learned that the darkest spark is what I cling to.
I'm in line, my best friend. I'm a lover to the whole world ends. I'm in line with my best friend. I'm a lover to the whole world ends. We don't talk back with you. Oh, smile, falling in and out, ashamed to cry, together all the while. Please drop, moving closer, let me take a moment, you shine brighter than the sun you glow, supernova. on your glowing supernova. I'm so in love with you. Super dope.
Yep. So, man, that was sad news. I wanted to touch on that first. Show my respects. You know what I'm saying? We support chosen musicians over here. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to D and Chi. Shima, hold your head, man. You know what I'm saying? You still got a lot of stuff going on, man. We know you good stuff to come, man. You know what I'm saying? D gonna be looking down, making sure everything's straight.
All right.
Okay. Did you watch the Verzuz the other day?
I didn't.
Come on, man. You ain't watched the Verzuz?
Didn't, man. It wasn't something I actually wanted to see, man. Like it just they in the club and like
it was super dope.
Yeah.
It was super dope. Timberland and Swizz did they motherfucking thing, boy. They was killing it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, it was like a whole bunch of people in there. The Baby was in there. Rick Ross came in that motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Nori. It was like a whole bunch of people in the side, like in VIP over there. And then they was up there just, you could tell they was getting tipsy. That they was like talking little jabs back and forth to each other, but you could tell it was still brotherly love. Like if somebody plays something, they'd be like, boy, you wrong for that. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. He'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go try to hit you with this. And then it was just good, man. It was, I loved it. Timberland was trying to get the Baby to get on the song. He's like, man, we can remix this. He said, we can remix this, get on this. So it was dope. That whole night was dope, man. I thought it was super. It was like one of the things where you just sitting back watching greatness, and you have a whole nother level of appreciation for these dudes and they mind. Like, damn, how did y'all come up with this shit? Like, I know you did this, but damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back and watch it, man. It's just
you guys to. I want everybody to watch that Verzuz.
Yeah.
Man, I totally appreciated that shit, man. Like, man, that shit was good. That shit was good. I was supposed to get on the game and stream a little bit, and then I was like, nah, man, Verzuz coming on. Fuck that. I started watching Verzuz. I was like, okay, maybe I'll watch the first half.
Yeah.
And then they would just go. I don't even know if they did 20 songs. Them niggas just playing songs back to back, like hitting it. It's like, God, dog.
Okay.
It was so good. You can tell, like, Timberland was like, okay, it's time to unleash it. And then he did like this. He did like this motion. And then Genuine Pony came on. I was like, oh, okay. you ain't got nothing to rebuttal that. Yeah. Everybody love that song. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Playing them Aaliyah tracks and all that. It was dope. It was dope.
Who you think won?
Personally, I don't. It sounds cliche, man, but when it's that great and those songs are that good, who really wins? Nope. I won personally. I won this motherfucker championship ring. You know what I'm saying? I won. I had a great time. Them niggas are solidified. It don't matter what they think of or who think. Personally, I'm more prone to Timberland beats because I think his it's more. I don't know. It's just like it's like that sound, and it's like futuristic almost to a certain extent, and he just don't stay in that lane. He can go in another lane. It's just like dope. But Swizz ain't no punk either. It's like when you just hear these songs, you like, oh, we want to go Beyonce. He said we can do this whole thing Beyonce. They knocking back and forth Beyonce tracks. I'm like, God, dog, these niggas is wild. Like it's like amazing to sit down and watch two geniuses just, you know what I'm saying, just bask in their glory, like, you know what I'm saying, and they still making songs. Like, man, that's crazy to me. That's crazy.
They still killing
on the charts. People talk about how long Drake been on the charts, but these niggas been on the charts longer than that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
They made some of the best MCs like Jay-Z, and they own all the stuff. You got Drake songs. I mean, it's crazy. You know what I'm talking about? Then he got stuff that you listen to, you be like, I never knew you made that, but now listening to it, with you standing in front of it, it makes total sense. Like, yeah, you did make that. It was dope, man. But you didn't see that one, so I talk about that. We won't talk about that. But did you hear about Bow Wow vs. Soulja Boy?
Oh, I heard about that.
Are you gonna watch Bow Wow vs. Soulja Boy, man?
I gotta
see. That's the question.
I gotta see that one.
You gotta see that one.
I gotta see it. It's gonna be theatrical, man. You get Soulja Boy up on there, and you get Bow Wow too. Like, it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh, It's gonna be dope for sure.
Yeah, I saw you said you had Bow Wow winning.
Bow Wow for sure. They got more songs.
Man, everybody got the same list though. You still got to do 20. It don't matter who got more songs.
Soldier got by a good 10.
Nah, Soldier got
Bow Wow, y'all forget Bow Wow been out there a long time. He got songs with Omarion. He got songs with Chris Brown. He got songs by himself. He got songs with Jermaine Dupri. Like this nigga got songs with Jagged Edge. This nigga got songs with everybody. He got a solid 20.
You're right.
T.I. wrote for him and everything.
Soldier Boy do too though, man.
How now?
I'm telling you, it seems like everybody calling out Soldier, man. Big Soldier, man. They don't respect Big Draco. I know why you feel like that. They don't respect him.
Pull up his list.
On his name.
Pull up a Soldier Boy list. He got about 10 songs. Man.
He got more than that. Because you ain't even think about features though.
Who he featured though?
Man, Soldier Boy was that dude. What you
Man,
mean?
shut up.
What you mean? Soldier Boy was that dude. Y'all be hating.
Name one Soldier Boy feature.
Man, I don't have a list right now.
Yeah, no, I'm asking for one. I
hadn't done my research for it to see what I want to be surprised whenever they pull out their own 20, right?
Okay.
So I'm not looking at it. I want to be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that one. That's the type of way I want to feel whenever I'm actually enjoying the entertainment that these brothers are gonna provide that night.
Man, it's gonna be a whole bunch of songs Soldier play. I'll be like, I ain't heard that one yet. I ain't heard that one before.
Nah, they ain't gonna.
I ain't heard that one.
They ain't gonna do it like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be some songs. It's gonna be some songs you be like, I ain't heard that one. I don't know what that is, but okay.
He gonna play some Drake because he gonna say he wrote the lyrics.
So he might do that though.
He said, "That's me."
He might do it. That's me, Soldier. That's me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
I think that's gonna be a great battle. Did they give a date or anything yet?
Not that I can remember, man. I ain't really been following along. I've been tapped out of a lot of things, man. A lot of stuff going on, so I ain't really checked into it.
Yeah.
But I try to catch up through things through podcasts and see what people say and stuff like that. And so when I listen to those, they kind of put me up on game of what's going on. So I got to check and see. I don't want to miss that one. I really don't. I think it's gonna be real entertaining.
I can't wait for Big Draco and Bow Weezy to come out here. I don't like, but I guess it's two artists that kind of get disrespected in a sense where they get not. I don't know if it's disrespected because I think they get more respect nowadays, but I think they kind of disregarded like it was just young niggas. You know what I'm talking about? Like there was a young niggas.
Well, that too, and then they got seen as being like corny and lame and stuff like that, and so I would say it's disrespect to a certain extent. I would say that. But a lot of times both of them brought it on themselves though too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. This might restore their name and solidify them. Give them this.
They gonna be straight. They gonna be straight, man. If Bow Wow was smart, I would have everybody right there ready to jump out because he got songs with the Brat, you know what I'm saying? The Jagged Edge, like I said, he got songs with a lot of people. Jermaine Dupri gonna have to come out a couple times. Snoop gonna come out. Yeah, all these niggas gonna come out on my song. Like Bow Wow, you forget how many songs Bow Wow got and who
he got a catalog. I ain't saying
Bow Wow he is not to be disrespected. Don't let Omarion come out there, you know what I'm saying, dancing and shit, you know what I'm talking about? It tab the whole thing.
Omarion, he ain't coming out there.
Man, he gonna come out there. He ain't got shit else to do. He might as well come out.
He ain't coming out there.
I think they all touring together. You know what I'm saying?
They trying to set it up, right? Oh, you talking about them? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Soldier and Big
Bow Wow. I think all of them they do it at Millennium Tour again, or they?
They had ended. They started it back up, and then they ended it because Raz B had left. Right? This was
But I think they finished that tour.
Okay.
I believe they started to do it, but Omarion was like, I ain't fucking with them niggas. I got hits by myself. I don't need to fuck with them.
Yeah.
He sing all the songs, so shit.
Yeah, I get it.
Might as well. They wanted. Did you hear? Pretty Ricky is challenging B2K to Verzuz. Pretty
Ricky got that.
Huh?
Pretty Ricky got that one.
It's just Omarion though. When he got his catalog too.
Yeah,
that's why.
Man, I don't like it when they do that. Like if you got a group and stuff and they start doing solo stuff, no.
I like it.
I don't like that, man. I ain't like that with Escape and what's the name?
I love that. I like to hear that.
No, man.
Because they have a chance without Tamika and what's my girl? Why can't I think of her name from Escape?
You ain't talking about Candy, are you?
Candy, there we go. Tamika and Candy, because they wrote some songs for people. You know what I'm saying, like Scrubs and all that. They have a chance without the features.
Oh man, you can't be doing that, man.
That's the work they put in though. It's there to highlight what they did.
It's not highlighting the group. It's highlighting the group.
They highlighted the group, and then they said, you know what, it's time for me to play some of these hits that I wrote too. You know what I'm saying?
I can't go with that.
But they crazy as hell. They think Mario about to sit next to these other niggas. That ain't gonna happen. After he just stole his baby mama and shit, like, come on, man. That shit ain't gonna happen.
Well, he ain't still. They weren't together, man.
But still, man, like, would you be talking to me after?
You don't know how many young tenders that Omarion stole from him too. This might be the one checkmate.
He ain't still his baby mama though. You know what I'm saying? You know you wouldn't be fuck with me if you and Jasmine broke up and then you see me next time me walking with Jasmine hand to hand and shit. You be mad to the motherfucker, boy. You be calling me all kind of fuck niggas, boy.
Oh yeah.
Hell nah.
It'd be a tough pill to swallow. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy.
I know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But they might not. They probably weren't ever like really like friends. They was probably just basically business partners.
They couldn't be. If you would do some bullshit like that, you could never be my friend. You know what I'm talking about? So
they was just business partners. That's all they had to be. That's what they
That's
had.
rough.
That's what they had.
Oh yeah, I'm jumping over something, man. We gonna have to fight or something. Like,
I mean, nothing you can do about it though.
Yeah, ain't nothing you can do, but you owe me 5 minutes. You owe me 5 minutes.
That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, like, come on, dog. The whole time you plotting on me?
That's what
plotting on me, boy?
That's what you be thinking, right?
Yeah. The whole time. Like, I would sit here and you up here looking at my old lady, man. You gonna get your ass whooped just for that.
And ain't no telling what you was whispering in her ear. Talking about, you know, we didn't really go out last night. You know, he was by himself, I think.
You know what I'm saying?
Putting that down. Yeah.
I've been lying. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling on everything. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I said we was at the strip club or something like that, but I was asleep.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I said it, and you know I wasn't there because I was talking to you at the same time. We was FaceTiming. Man, hell nah. You couldn't trust no nigga like that, man. I don't even know if I could do no business with a nigga like that. And to be totally honest, I sing all the songs on B2K. I get 3 other niggas to dance behind me. You know what I'm saying? I can teach 3 other niggas to move.
They harmonize though. They harmonize a little bit.
Fuck that nigga. You get anybody to harmonize. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Anyway, we went down to Verzuz hole. I wonder what other verses gonna come, man. They gave us a list with shit blurred out, but they not unblurring nothing. Like, yo, you gonna tell us what's going on?
They not. What I want to see, well, shit, we can't really do that. I was about to say like a duo like Outkast, A-Ball MJG. I would love to see UGK, but you only got, Bun is gonna be right there, you know what I'm saying? So that'll kind of be a little awkward.
I still think he need one. It don't matter.
Yeah, Bun need one for sure. I'd love to see some Texas joints. Like go to some Texas rappers and put them up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to see that. Who else, man? There's a couple of them that I would love to see. A couple of them out there. I do want to see Dre. I want to see Dre get out there.
Him and Swizz Beatz, I don't think get along, man.
It doesn't seem like it, do it?
They had that little beef thing going on when Swizz was drunk. He was talking all that shit about Drake. Yeah. Because Busta Rhymes, he said something about Busta Rhymes or whatever like that. Drake, I guess, didn't approve a clearance of a song for Busta Rhymes. Yeah. And he got mad about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was Busta Rhymes was there too at the Verzuz. That's how they get it. Busta Rhymes was there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, you missed it, man. That shit was good, man.
I gotta check it out, man.
It was a good ass verse.
We gotta put Missy up there with somebody and just like
they keep on trying to put her with Busta Rhymes.
Performance wise, I can see it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know.
Performance wise, man.
Busta Rhymes want to get grimy with somebody. He want to do somebody dirty. He want to have that killer mentality when he go at his verses. You can tell. I want to do some, like how you be talking. I want to do somebody dirty, B. I want to kill him. Like they get in there with me. I don't want to see that shit with Missy, man. Missy don't deserve no shit like that. She just want to get in there and have a good time, man. Yeah. She don't want no be killed because you all going crazy on the verses.
Yeah, nah, you're right.
But I don't know who else he can go against.
I don't know either. I'm trying to think, man. I do know I want to see a couple of cats that only got like 10 songs, and they do like the little like to where it'd be like a little warm up round or something like that.
Or a solid 5 or something.
Yeah, warming
Yeah.
up event or something. Yeah. But I mean, that would make for a longer versus than what we used to.
I think if they do like 2 people that got a solid 5, and then they come in with like the main event, they got 10. That'll be around the same time.
Yeah. That'll probably.
But I think what the problem is, artists got big egos, man. They gonna be like, I got more than 5 songs. I got more than 5 hits. Like, nigga, you ain't got 10 though. Like, nigga, you better take the best 7 of them bitches. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. You right though. You right.
Yeah. So I think it's the ego.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, even right now, they stretching some of these people. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got a solid 20. Like some of them, they got a solid 20. I thought Escape stretched it by include Candy songs, but if they didn't have the Candy's tracks, it'd have been hurt. It would have been hurt.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Well, I watched that one with Jasmine actually. We were both saying that.
But I liked it. I still thought it was good. The only problem I had with that one, the stage was too fucking far apart. Like, they can't even talk to each other. You made it like you separated them too much. I didn't like the stage how it was set up, but other than that,
Tiny looked like she was out of there the whole time. Like she was just looking. I don't know. She was looking like she had something going on, man.
She was a little mad at times, but yeah, they said
DJ. I remember I don't know what the DJ did. He played some scene like she was like.
Yeah, she was bad as hell. Yeah.
I'm like, damn, what do you do?
A lot of people was talking about DJ A1, man. I like that nigga, man. That nigga had me rolling, man. How he was dancing and shit. I love that.
He was dope. He
was cool with me. A lot of people didn't like him. A lot of people say he was doing too damn much. They was saying if we doing too much was a person and all that shit. He was killing it.
He was dope.
I liked him. He was playing all the hits to me. He was playing some good shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's move on from Verzuz talk to this was something that you hollered at us about, you know what I'm saying? I had saw it, but I ain't say that about it. DC Young Fly. You know what I'm saying? You want to explain to the people what happened, man?
Yeah, he was out there. Man, where was it? It was in the Bay Area somewhere, right?
Oakland. I think he was Oakland.
Oakland, okay. And man, he was doing a comedy show, and he said some dude, you know, say he was doing like this one bit, you know, that's usually a hit. You know what I'm saying? So he was deep into it. And he said this dude just jumped up and got on stage. And he said he had thought, you know, for a minute, he was like, okay, you know, this is probably just one of these crazy fans that's, you know, jumping on stage or whatever. So he said he embraced stuff like that. So he, you know, he kind of walked up over to the dude, and the dude said, what's up? Or something like that, like something crazy. In his tone, you could tell it was some animosity or something in his voice. Mm-hmm. And so he put his hand up. He said, dude, knocked his hand down. Mm. And so next thing you know, DC said he just went into survival mode. Boy, they said he was the dude. Dude got knocked out, bro. Dude got knocked out.
I saw him staggering off.
He said his leg was on the stage, but his head was on the floor or something. He was just hanging off the thigh. Like, yeah. Then he said whenever they took him off, he told everybody in there, just sit down, because I got to finish this show. And he said he went right back into it, got back into the show. I'm like, man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Can you imagine that, though? Like, you got to knock somebody out in the middle of your set and then just get back to it?
Man, that's crazy.
It was rough. It was rough, boy. It was
but
rough.
I don't blame him. I don't know if you've seen it. It was a video a little while ago, a couple months back. Well, now maybe a year or so now. A comedian, he was doing something, and then a fan came up there and hit him and knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? Knocked the comedian out. Okay, ran on stage.
I don't know if I remember. It sound familiar. I remember a couple of stories of people actually getting up on stage during a comedy show.
They got a whole bunch of them, man. They got somewhere people was throwing chairs at the comedian and all that stuff. And
yeah,
I don't have no problem with that, man. I like that. I actually like that they took it that way, and it seemed like when I was watching the videos of all the fans and stuff like that, they was so happy that DC knocked that dude out. It was like either he gonna knock him out or we was gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Either way, it was gonna happen.
He said they seemed to even embrace him more and wanted to make, you know, he was straight because, you know, it's like they show love to him every time he come out that way.
Yeah.
One dude was just on some, I don't know, boy. Dude must have been on. He was on something. He had
He
to be.
might have been drunk or something on that.
And I'm talking about he got up there ready to fight for no reason. He said it wasn't like he was heckling the dude. He said he didn't even know where the dude came from. He just saw him pop up on stage. And I'm like, God, man, that's crazy though. That's crazy. And I know I can't wait to hear him talk about it in depth on the 85 South show because Los gonna have them jokes for him.
Oh yeah, you know it's coming.
I can't wait. To
so
hear
that's gonna be amazing whenever that happens, man. I can't wait for that shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just saw it. I saw that and I was rolling, and I was waiting to see if I could see actual footage.
Yeah,
I think everybody was trying to be respectful and had a phone up. But everybody pulled it out once after he got knocked out. They was like, nah, fuck that. We pulling this phone out on this shit.
And that's why DC said he didn't understand because he said everybody was so engaged in this whole thing. And so nobody had their phones out because they was just engaged. And this dude just pop up on stage out of nowhere. And ain't nobody think to pull the phones out of anything. They just looking like, what's going on? He said, I just pop. He said, I think make it seem like he just went black. Next thing you know, his legs was on the stage, his head was on the floor. I said, golly. And that was a big dude, too.
Yeah, I saw. He has some weight on him. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he probably was just drunk or something, man. He probably thought DC probably talked about him or something like that. He couldn't take it. He probably came up to the front.
He said he didn't even say. DC said he didn't say nothing to the dude. He didn't know. He didn't even recognize the dude because when you talk about somebody, they kind of remember because they end up going back to him later on in the show and still about the same thing. He would have remembered that.
Yeah, I just figured I know how they do on 85 South. They start off and they talking about everybody. So I figured that's what he did. And dude got mad about it. I didn't hear DC talk about it.
Nah, see, because this is his stand-up, so this is something he already came up with. That's impromptu. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they do it with
the show.
Yeah, they're just freestyling all this. So that's why they do that. You know what I'm saying? But boy, it was a sad night for dude. It was a sad night for you. Saw that big old dude get drug out. I was like, golly.
Well, the people were so happy. I just saw DC mad, he mugging, you know what I'm talking about? And then all of a sudden he back in dancing again, you know what I'm saying? Doing the loose legs and shit.
Right back into it. I said, boy.
Well, that boy snapped for real, boy. God, no.
He went into a whole different mode.
Man, shout out to DC, man. That shit was hilarious, man. Just hearing the story and how people was hype about it. Shout out to him. DC got a record of doing some thorough stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So he seemed like a very solid individual, man. You know what I'm saying? So I support DC, support 85 South. What got me saying that is that time when they was talking about they wanted him to stand in for Nick Cannon and do the Wildin' Out.
Yeah.
He's like, nah. He stand on some kind of principle, and you know what I'm saying. A lot of we see a lot of younger cats. So a lot of them don't. You know what I'm saying. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say younger cats. There's a lot of older cats too. They don't stand on principle either. So it's good to see somebody that do.
I would venture to say that I venture to say that more younger cats don't, and so we're at the point to where we don't even expect them to stand on nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so when you see them stand on something, it's kind of like, oh, okay. It's kind of like a breath of fresh air. It's like, okay. It's still some solid ones that actually was brought up the right way, cut from the same cloth, things like that. Because he ain't even 30 yet, I don't believe. I think he's like late 20.
Yeah, he got to be close, though.
Yeah, I think like 29, something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, that's good, man. We got to salute DC, man. Salute the boys, 85 South show, man. Yeah, we told y'all, if y'all been watching that long, we actually went to one of their shows, man. Our first taping live, where you can see our face. The next day, or no, it was the same day. It was later that night. We had went to our 85 South show. You know what I'm saying? When it was in Houston. Had a good time with them, man.
Y'all got hoodies too. I ain't get a chance to get.
I got my hoodie. I still got my hoodie, man. I wish they had that one on the website. I would buy another one. That's like one of my favorite hoodies. It feels good and everything. I wear that hoodie as much as I can, man. It's fading though. I did another one. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? We support them over here at the MVP. You heard?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, man. This is a topic, man. This is only for me, man. This is only for me. I didn't know if you was really going to get on or not. I didn't know if you was going to be on. But when y'all don't get on, the only time that I was on here by myself, I talked about the aliens. You know what I'm talking about? And about how serious it is about we got aliens out here. And I don't know if y'all heard, but Obama basically confirmed the UFO, the aliens out here in the world, and ain't nobody caring. No, ain't nobody saying shit about it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know, did you hear about it? Yeah, are you following that?
I heard about it. Yeah. And I don't doubt it. Like I don't doubt it. I mean, I'm not even worried that people ain't talking about it just because they ain't gonna do nothing but try and cover it up with something else. They're talking about it like that. You get out in the news like that. They ain't gonna do nothing but try and cover it up. So it is. I believe it. I definitely believe it. Have you been believing it?
Yeah, of course. I'm the only one in the group that I feel like believing aliens, man.
Nah, I believe it. I definitely believe it. I believe it for sure.
Man, I just want to know what part of the line they stand on. Are they just observers? You know what I'm talking about? Because they said they got shit they don't know. They know it's coming from somewhere. They don't know what it is. They can't explain it. They see shit in the sky. They don't know what the fuck it is. The UFO, unidentified flying objects. And Obama seemed like he just shrugged it off like, well, it's all right. It ain't aliens. No, nigga, it's aliens, nigga. You don't know what the fuck it is. And they said they didn't tell him about whatchamacallit, about they said they looked to see if they had like Area 51. He said they told me they didn't have it. Nigga, did you watch Independence Day? The nigga said they didn't tell the other president because plausible deniability, nigga.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Shoot. It's all right. Aliens come down here, man. Hopefully they like black people, man. Hopefully we be good. That's all.
Hey, I'm gonna stay out, like I tell you, I stay out the way. I'm gonna stay out that way regardless, man. I'm gonna stay out. Hey, you good? You good? Let me go in the house. You got it. I'll be out tomorrow.
See, I'm not, man. I'm running as far away. Like where you see the spaceship at? Like, get me away. I watch Independence Day, man. You see how that shit tore up everything in the way?
Yeah.
If you see that mothership, nigga, I'm gone, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they gonna have to call. I'm gonna have to see that shit on the news or hear it on the radio while I'm running. Like, yeah, they safe. All the black people safe. Okay, I'm coming back. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm not playing with no aliens. Now, I got guns and shit, but I just got guns and shit. I don't know if that affect them the same way. Hell no. Nah, we straight.
The guns.
I'm not about to make these people mad shooting at them for no reason.
When they fire back, you gonna put your shooter away.
You know what I'm saying? That's your ass, Mr. Postman. Hell nah, nigga.
Yeah, man. I believe it. I definitely.
But shout out to the aliens, man. Again, we support the aliens on the MVP. I want to make that clear. On the Mass V podcast, we support the aliens because if y'all start wrecking shit, we with y'all to an extent. Like, don't do no crazy probing shit, but we with y'all to an extent. What's up?
If they want to get on the podcast, we can blur them out, and they can say whatever they got to say.
Exactly.
It's all good. You got a platform here.
Exactly. Leave a comment in the comment section.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, share, subscribe, and then comment in the comment section. Tell your other alien buddies, you know what I'm saying? We here for them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Man, like, yo, just leave me alone, please. I ain't did nothing to nobody. You know what I'm talking about?
Don't plan to. Just leave me alone.
You know what I'm saying? No, we could all be together. I watch Men in Black, nigga. We good. We good. We straight. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Anyway, on to more pressing things. I got 2 ways to go. I think I'm gonna touch on the most important thing, and then we're gonna get up out of here, man. Unless you got anything to talk about after this. But last thing, it was June 1st, just passed. Today's the second one we shooting this. June 1st was the anniversary of the Tulsa Massacre. You know what I'm talking about? If you don't know about that, I think you need to Google it. I think it's important I like how people are talking about it now, but I guess it's conflicting because I'm like, that's something, I guess, being a black person in America, you kind of know about it a long time before now. It's not no 2020, 2021 type shit we just learned about. We knew about this shit way before it got on TV and got on mainstream. So I'm happy that these people are getting talked to or getting talked about, and they finally get their history taken care of. But what you gonna do about it? That's my thing. Like, everybody know, what are you gonna do for these people? They still had a lady that talked at the memorial yesterday, I believe. She was 100-something years old, and she was at the Tulsa bombing. She talked just yesterday. It's like, what are you going to do? It's like they said, let me get this together, man. Biden was over there at the memorial, and he had his words talking about how it's a shame and shit like that. But my question is, what are you going to do?
That's a very valid question. And I want to pull up a text message that my little sister sent earlier. She was talking about it's in Atlanta, in what Atlanta area is like Lithonia on the east side. It's a mall that I guess they tore it down. It was called Stonecrest. And so now they're calling it the new Black Wall Street. So they have black developers come in and purchase that area to where, because it was, during COVID and everything. So they purchased that area, and now they're trying to build it all up, black businesses and everything like that. That's like a big old mall. It was a dope mall too when I used to go to it. But that's something that we can actually do. So those are like small steps, and then we should mobilize with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we could do something here, let's try to get some people together to do it here. I'm pretty sure it's people doing it on a small scale. It's just not being publicized, of course. So I think things are actually happening and in motion. It's just, it takes time for one. And then two, like I said, it's probably not being publicized like that. You're not going to see that kind of stuff on the news. That's too much positivity to an oppressed community. They don't want to uplift us to where we feel like we're out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them, you know what I mean? Like, it's just some powers that be, they just want to ensure they're still in power and want to make it seem like they have some authority, all authority over you. You know what I mean? And so they try to keep you as stagnant as possible. So I say all that just to say I do see some things that are happening. It does upset me every time I think about that, because it's like, man, back then, like if that continued to stretch on to like now, imagine how thriving that community would be. How many other communities would have followed suit? Memphis would have followed suit for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like it would have been, man, it would have been beautiful. But we can't just we can't keep asking it. We just got to move forward and see what we can do. You know what I'm saying? I know you said what we're gonna do. We got to get together a plan and we got to actually implement that.
See, my question wasn't even for us. My question is for everybody else. My question is for Biden. He the one in office. He the one. Asian people was starting to get attacked because of the coronavirus. Shit happened. They got a whole bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit happens when it seems like when other people get violated, but for some reason it seems like we don't get that same reciprocation, man. It's like
you got to get to a point to where you don't expect it anymore, man. And
I'm always going to expect my shit. I want my shit. I expect respect. I expect respect, and if I don't get met with respect, then I then accept disrespect. It is what it is. So that's what I'm saying. I don't. My thing is I feel offended about when people get up there like a Biden who can actually do something, and you get up there and talk. You give the impression that you care, or that you care pretty much. You're giving the impression that you care, but when it's time to do something, you all lip service. You ain't about no action.
Yeah.
And that's my issue. You got a lot of people out here hurting, and I'm not even gonna just talk about black people. Everybody, student loans, killing folk. As soon as they come out of college, they can't pay shit off. They start off in debt before they even find a job. All that kind of shit. You campaigned on, I'm gonna eliminate student debt, do all this dumb shit, all that, but you ain't talking about it no more. That's the issue. That's the issue for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm watching. Sum it up, I'm watching you. That's all I'm saying. I'm watching what you're doing, and I'm gonna remember. That's all I'm saying. It comes back around.
That's all you can do. And then and just as you're watching, they will become more aware of it when it comes back to re-election season. Because you're gonna be like, nope. Nope. I remember when
all right. You gotta be quicker than that.
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah. So,
keep on playing.
I'm watching from that point of view. I'm watching as well. It's just I'm at a point where I don't expect anything, man. So I'm at the point to just get out there and do what you can, even though if it's small, low level, you know what I'm saying, like local, to where you might only affect, 2 to 5 people. Do what you can. Do what you can. Just that's the only way I can find peace in it, because I find myself getting too angry, and I can't. I don't like that version of myself, man. To be honest, I don't.
I understand, because I'm the same way. When I think about all that stuff, man, people don't even know about it. They talk about Tulsa, Oklahoma bombing, but they don't even know about Philadelphia got bombed in like 1985.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't even know about that shit. Like there's plenty of situations where this shit happened other than Tulsa.
Yeah.
That was just the most, like, because they was a thriving community. They were self-sufficient, all that. They had everything you needed right there on that strip. You know what I'm saying? So they pretty much killed the whole community, a whole base of wealth and everything like that. If that kept on going like that, we'd have billionaires, black billionaires and stuff right now from that community. That'd have been no doubt, because that'd have been passed on generation to generation, generational wealth and stuff like that. So when they start bringing up these conversations about different things as far as like reparations and how can we make this right, yo, you got to take all that in effect, man.
Have you seen? This is kind of off subject, but it kind of still correlates. High on the Hog, or High Off the Hog, something like that. It's like a.
I saw the documentary on Netflix. I ain't watch it yet though.
It's dope because it shows our history of how we influence just the culinary community as a whole, like through slavery and everything like that, and then how it's been a lot of it discredited and things like that. And so they show some powerful families that actually they came out of, it's maybe Staten Island, I want to say, but they go around a lot of different places too. But it's extremely informative. It shows you a lot of our history as well when it comes to the culinary arts as well. And so it just shows our diversity, man. And it also shows, the first cowboys was black,
Yep.
Because they used slave owners used to be like, hey, go get that cowboy, boy, go get that cow, whatever. So that name stuck. And so we were actually, the first ones, right? And a lot of people don't even know that. And so when it shows stuff like that, it kind of just it opened my mind. Some of the stuff I knew, some of the stuff I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But watching that documentary, that was dope. That was super dope. And then you saw some super dope food and everything. You see the origin of it and stuff like that, and a lot of it made sense. It was dope, man. It was dope. I think that's a good binge watch. I forgot how many episodes it was, but it was definitely a great binge watch.
I'm definitely going to check that out for sure. I actually was about to start it today, and then I was like, nah, I got the podcast. You know what I'm saying? When I watch documentaries, I get all engulfed into it.
Yeah.
And I like to know a whole bunch of stuff. Like I watch Hidden Colors. You know what I'm talking about? I got all of them. 1804, the Haitian Revolution. I just got a new one. I ain't going to talk to you about that because everybody ain't up on that. The new one. But I watch all kind of documentaries. I watched the one, what is it? Oh man, we had talked about it on here. Exterminate the Brutes. That was a good one. They got a whole bunch of them, man. I try to watch as much as I can and get as much knowledge as I can, because they always say know what's going to happen in the future. You need to know your past. You need to know what happened in the past, because a lot of times things like to recycle and repeat itself. So I like to know exactly what's going on. Catch a couple signs before shit happens, and give me some guns. Anyway,
I like to say though, I know a lot of people say history repeats itself. I like to say history doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. And so when I say that, it's like you can see patterns of the same thing going down the same path. And if you don't know about that other path, you don't know that you're going, straight lateral with that. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. So I love to do the same thing that you do, like watch documentaries and things like that. I hadn't been reading this much, man. I hate that I haven't, bro. I got like 3 books sitting on the back burner that I hadn't even. I mean, I cracked open and read maybe 2 pages, but I hadn't been doing it like I need to, man. I need to get back on it. I do.
Oh, man. I got vacation the end of this month, man. We leave on the 26th, man. The week of the 26th. I got me a couple books I'm bringing with me, man, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read on the beach. You know what I'm talking about? Chill out there, hitting waves, and just sit out there and chill. Because I got a couple the same way. I got a couple books I just got sitting there right on my counter, right next to my bed. I just ain't never opened them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I've been having them for about shoot, about 5-6 months, just sitting right there next to the bed. So I need to get on them.
I find myself ordering new books, knowing I ain't read. You know,
exactly.
Yeah.
I do the same thing.
I had a partner that had wrote a book. I think I posted. He had me write something in there to put inside the book. It was HBCU, and
yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. I read like a couple of pages on it. I hadn't been able to finish it, man. I'm like, man, you know, I got that one, and I knew I still had 2 other ones that I needed to read, but I had to support bro, right? So I got that, and I read 2 pages on that, and then just put it back to everything else, like you said, just on the side by the bed on the nightstand. I'm like, nah, man, I gotta find some time, man. I got to. Definitely,
man. I think that was good, man. I think we had a nice, productive podcast, man. You got anything for the people?
Nah, man. Just everybody keep your head up. You know, COVID. It seems like people want to make you feel like it's over. It's not. You wear your mask. You don't. Just if you don't wear your mask, even if you do wear your mask, keep your 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? Don't be doing no stupid shit out there, man. We ain't trying to be locked up longer than we have to be. You know, and then I'm not being judgmental on who's not wearing a mask and who is and stuff like that. I personally decide I wear a mask. I make sure little man wears a mask when we go out. Jasmine, she wears one too. So that's just our stance on it. But yeah, man, let's get through this thing, man. Let's get through this thing. By midsummer to fall, I'm hoping we all be good, man. I'm hoping we all be good.
Man, that shit open, man.
It's open, but
they ain't locking them back down. It's over.
Yeah, they ain't.
It's over now.
They're just gonna let it happen. Right.
They didn't mess up. They let people. They gave them the key. Let them out the door, man. You ain't getting them back. You know what I'm saying? They knew how that feel. But like you said, COVID is real. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we talked about. D and Chi. He passed from complications with COVID. So you know what I'm saying? You got to make sure you prepare yourself. Make sure you're healthy.
Yeah, they said D, but D. I think D already has some respiratory problems. So, you know, catching COVID definitely didn't help. And so it's unfortunate again. Shout out and prayers to and for his family and friends for, you know, what they're going through right now. Man, a loss of life, boys, is never anything that's easy to deal with. Never anything.
Gotcha, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Did y'all like the dancing at the end of the video?
Yeah.
You saw it? I think I'm gonna go back to our old dancing video, man. He got mad when he saw me put him up there. So I'm gonna go back to the old one. I ain't gonna use it no more, man. I'm gonna leave you alone. That was a one-time thing until I feel like doing it again. But thank y'all for tuning in. It's been the MVP. Peace. Yeah.
Pray for me. Pray for book. Do everything I can.